Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another video. So in this video we are going to see how to create navigation drawer in Android Studio. So in this video I am not going to tell you only how to create navigation drawer. I will also tell you how to customize it, how to access the Nav Header IDs and lots of things. So first see a demo what we are going to make. So for this I have to open my phone. So you can see I open my phone. So this is the application which I am going to create. So you can see it is fine. By default I am on home fragment and you can see the design of the navigation drawer is amazing. So I am going to tell you how to customize it completely, and then if I click on gallery you can see now I am on gallery fragment. And one more thing, why we create navigation drawer, the main advantage of navigation drawer, we can show the user detail on our nav header. So you can see where at on top written is Brijesh Kumar Sharma, Android developer, and an image. So we have to set a user image on according from database or any API or any external source. So sometimes it is very difficult to access the nav header ID. So in this video I am going to also tell you can see if I clicking on image view I got the toast. So you can set any data into this image view, it is your choice, but I will tell you how to access it. And these all things are going to done with the help of navigation component, nav graph, and what is the navigation component nav graph in Android Studio. So you are going to learn lots of things in this video, so watch the video till end, and after watching this video you will never going to find any difficulty while creating navigation drawer. So now let's start the video. So for this what we have to do, first of all open your Android Studio and you have to click on file and then you have to click on new and then you have to click on new project and select empty activity from here and click on next. And now select, you can give any name to your application. So I simply give navigation tutorial demo. You can give any name, it is your choice, and it is your choice whatever you want to use. You can use Java, Kotlin. I am going to use Kotlin, but you can use any, because the main code is of XML and no Java and no Kotlin code inside this, because we are going to use navigation components and navigation graph. So everything is going to done by help of this. So first of all what I have to do, I have to add some dependencies here. So open your build.gradle scripts and first of all expand it from here. And first of all I am going to use view binding. So for directly accessing the ID, it is your choice whatever you want to use. So it is your choice whether you want to use view binding or not, but I am going to use view binding. And I already uploaded what is view binding. If you don't know what is view binding, check out my MVVM series. So now inside this you have to type your view binding and it is true, and then you have to click on sync now. Now after this what we have to do, we have to add a dependencies for using navigation components. So I am opening my previous project and from here I can copy the dependency. So you can take dependency from the Android website and it is your choice, and it is better to copy. So you have to copy this navigation fragment KTX and navigation UI. So after copying, simply paste the dependency here. Now click on sync now. Second thing, after you can see dependency set up correctly, now I am going to use some color inside my Android app, and it is better to paste the color resources directly inside your colors.xml. So it is very lengthy process to type the color code. So I am going to paste my color codes from my previous project. So I open this and from colors.xml I can simply copy these colors. So you can directly type these colors manually, or it is your choice, you can take color according to your own project. So it is fine. Now close this. Now let's start working with our project. So first of all, you can see, as you know, as I show in demo, my nav header contain a gradient background. So let's create a gradient background first. So come inside your drawable, then right click here, then you have to click on new, and then you have to click on drawable source file, and you can give any name, it is your choice. So I simply give the nav header background. You can give any, and from here instead of selector what you need to here select here shape and click on OK. Now you have to mention the shape, what is the shape of this project, and so for this you have to type here Android shape rectangle, it is fine. Now take an open bracket, type here gradient, and then inside this you have to type the angle of the gradient first of all. So I am going to use 90-degree angle, it is your choice. So make sure always use the multiple of 45s, like 45, 90, 135, like this, otherwise it will going to show error. Now you have to use end color. So instead of in end color I am going to use gradient end color, this one. So I already pasted these color codes here, so I am directly accessing this. Now after this what we need a start color. So start color I am going to use gradient start color. So you can see now it is looking fine, and now we have to set the type of the gradient. So you can type linear, radial, it is your choice, and now close this. So this file is created successfully. Now inside drawable what I have to use, I have to use two icons. As you know, I have my navigation drawer contain two fragments, home and gallery. So in the menu section I have to use two icons and one image view also. So what I can do, I can simply copy paste the icons. So I open this and first of all I copy this image, notes app logo, so I control C copy and simply paste the image here. You can use any image, it is your choice. So if I click on this, you can see this is image. Now I need two vector assets, so right click here, then new, then vector asset, click on this, and you can use any icon, it is your choice. If I search here home, so you can see it is fine. Next, finish, and then again right click here, then new, then vector asset, then second fragment is gallery, so I think picture, image, I think this icon is fine. You can use any icon, it is your choice, whatever you want to use, and click on finish. So after this, what we have to do, we have to create a nav header. So what is nav header? The top of the part of the navigation drawer where we have to show image view and a text view. So let's create a nav header. So for this you have to come inside your layout file. So right click here, then new, then you have to click on layout resource file, and from here you have to give the file name here nav header. And from the root element is linear layout is fine because they are not so elements, so linear layout is fine. Now click on split, and inside this what we have to do, first of all we have to set the height of layout. So 100 dp is fine, but you can use according to your own project, not 100 dp, 180 dp, sorry. So after this what we have to do, we have to fetch the background. So I am going to use nav header bg. I created this drawable, so you can see it is fine. Now what I have to do, I have to use gravity bottom to place all my element in bottom, and then we can give any padding, so 20 dp is fine. And then we have to use a theme. So I am going to use here at the style theme overlay dot dark. You can use any theme, it is your choice. And after this we have to use orientation vertical because this is a linear layout, so we are going to use all elements vertically, so it is by default present here, so that's fine. Now after this we have to create the design, like what elements we need inside our navigation nav header. So for this what I have to use, I need a card view here to make a circular image view. So simply give a card view, set the layout with 70 dp is fine I think, and 70 dp of height is also fine. So you can use any width and height, it is your choice. To make it perfect round, give the card corner radius same as your height and width. So hope you understand. And now give any id. So I simply give the id name card view. You can give any id name. So why I am giving this id, because I am going to access this inside from my main activity.kotlin or main activity.java. That's why. Simply take an image view here. Now inside image view, set the layout with match parent. Height is also match parent because the parent of this is card view, so by default the height and width of the image view is going to set 70 dp. So hope you understand. And then we have to pass any source what we want. So I simply type here notes app logo. You can see it is played here successfully. And after this what we need, and you can type here scale type center crop to set the image successfully inside this cart view. So this is done. You can also give id to this image view, it is your choice, whatever you want to give. So now below this what I need a text view. So simply we text view match parent wrap content text, and you can set any text. So I simply type here Vijesh Kumar Sharma, my name. Now close this. Now I think we can give text style bold little bit, text style bold, and padding we can give padding 10 dp. So you can see it is fine. Now below this what I need, one more text view. So take open bracket, type here text view match parent wrap content text, and I simply type here Android developer. This is fine. Now we can give padding left 10 dp. So you can see it is fine. So it is your choice how you want to design your navigation drawer. In demo I showed something different, but here I am designing something different. So it is your choice whatever you want to design. Now after this what we have to do, now I can't use navigation drawer with my action bar. We have to create a separate action bar for this, where we can show the menu icon, or we can say hamburger icon, so user can draw the navigation drawer. So for this first of all we have to create a separate theme for our file. So come inside your themes.xml, and here we have to create one more theme. So press enter first here, and take an open bracket, type as style, and give the style name here theme dot and your project name. So my project name is navigation tutorial demo, otherwise it will going to show error. Make sure this thing, and then you have to type here no action bar, and then close this. Now inside this I don't need my action bar, so I simply type here item, then name, and then window action bar, and I can set it to false, so it will remove the action bar. So if you also remove the title bar, then you can type here item name and then window no title, and then you can pass true here, false here, it is your choice. So I passing here true. Now below this, what I need one more theme. So I simply type as style name, then theme dot navigation drawer. This is the theme for our app bar layout, that's why dot app bar overlay. And after this you have to pass the parent, and who is the parent? Theme overlay dot app compact dot dark dot action bar, and then close this. Now we have to also create a theme for light, because there are two themes are present. So take a style again, style name and theme dot navigation drawer dot app bar, so dot pop up overlay, then mention the parent. So parent is theme overlay dot app compact dot light, this is, and now close this. Now these themes are created successfully, so you have to type these things manually, otherwise it will going to show error. Make sure these things. And one important thing I want to say, you have to type here your project name. So my project name is navigation tutorial demo, that's why I type here navigation tutorial demo. So it will not going to show any error if you type something wrong here, but it will going to crash your application. So make sure this thing. Now simply copy these themes and simply paste these themes inside your themes xml.night. Now we are ready to use this. So first of all, come inside your activity Android manifest. So let us suppose you have a lots of activities, you have a lots of projects, and you have lots of fragments. So where you want to use this navigation drawer theme, where you want to implement, you have to use that theme here. So if I want to use this theme inside my main activity, so I have to type here theme, and you can see theme, this one, theme dot navigations tutorial demo dot no action bar. I want to use this one. So hope you understand. This theme I want to use here. So that's why I simply type here Android theme. So themes work is complete. Now we can focus on our main code and also close this. So our navigation header is created successfully, and also the background of navigation header is created successfully. Now what we have to do, we have to create a fragments, and also we have to create a Java classes correspond to that fragment. So for this, first of all, let's create fragments. So click on layout, and if you have 4 to 5 fragments, then you can create. So you have to click on right click on layout, then new, then you have to click on layout resource file. So you can give any name to your project. So you fragment, so I simply type here home underscore fragment, then click on finish and click on split. Now this is by default contain a constraint layout, so you can set it to frame layout, relative layout, it is your choice, whatever you want to use. And I am going to simply set a background here, so background, and inside this what I can type here, color home fragment, this one, color home fragment bg. So I am setting this color. Now copy this layout file, Ctrl+C, and simply paste this here. And this is for my second fragment, gallery underscore fragment. So that's fine. And now I can remove this home fragment bg and gallery fragment bg. So this color is fine here. Now I have to create a Java class correspond to these fragment. So for this, what you have to do, you have to right click on your package name, then you have to click on new, then you have to click on Kotlin class, because I am using Kotlin here. If you are using Java, then you have to use Java. So first of all, gallery fragment. Now this is the gallery fragment. Now it should extend fragment if you want to use it as a fragment. So fragment, this is fine. Now take 2 braces here. In Kotlin we need to use this. Now it is showing error, so click on this and Alt plus enter. This one. Now below this, what we have to use, we have to override a on create view. So when you type here on create view, it will automatically write the whole code. So instead of this return, so you have to type here return and inflator dot inflate, and inside this you have to pass here r dot layout dot and your fragment name. So this is gallery fragment dot kt. So I want to attach with this gallery fragment, and then container, and then you have to pass here false. That's it. Now you have to do the same thing with your home fragment. So copy this Kotlin file, click on your package, Ctrl+V paste, and this is home fragment. Now here we have to attach our home fragment. That's it. Now come inside your home fragment and you have to inside this tools dot context. So you have to mention here you are going to use this as a gallery fragment or home fragment, it is your choice. So this is the home fragment XML, so that's why I have to type here home fragment. This is the tools.context, it is necessary to pass here, and inside gallery fragment you have to also pass this. So I am going to attach this layout file with our gallery fragment, so you have to pass here tools.context, tools:context, and here you have to pass here this is our gallery fragment, so dot gallery fragment. So alt enter, and this is small c, not capital. So this is done. Now both fragments and both KT files is created successfully. Now we have to simply write only the app bar layout code, and we have to attach then navigation. We have to create a navigation host for our fragment. So first of all, come inside your layout and right click here. Then you have to click on new, and then you have to click on layout resource file and give the file name fragment_main. So this file is going to hold the fragment container where we are going to place our all fragments. So that's why this file is important. Now click on OK. Now click on split, press enter, and first of all we have to type here layout behavior and use this app bar scrolling view behavior. Okay, now after this press enter. Now below this what I need here, fragment. Take a fragment here, set the layout with match parent, height is also match parent, and then we have to give any ID. So I have to give ID here nav. You can give any ID name, nav host fragment container, so you can give any ID name. Now below this what we have to do is we have to set a constraint. So left to left of parent and right to right of parent and top to top of parent, bottom to bottom of parent. Then close this. Now it is not showing anything here, but don't worry, we will going to fix it, so don't worry. Now we have to create a app bar layout for our that one, because we already removed the action bar from our project. That's why we need to use a app bar. So right click on layout, and then you have to click on new, then you have to click on layout resource file and give the file name here app bar, to give the ID name here app bar main, and click on OK. Now click on split. Now one thing I want to say, where we are going to use this attach our fragment. So I am going to use this on our main activity. So I can pass here tools.context and inside this main activity. Click on this and alt enter. Now if we want to use app bar layout, so it is better to use here coordinator layout instead of that one. So coordinator, this one. Now inside this we have to take a app bar layout which is provided by the Google. So take an open packet, type here com.google.material.app bar layout, set the layout with match parent, height, wrap content, and set the theme, and theme is theme navigation draw app bar overlay. I already created this theme. Now close this. Now inside this what I need a toolbar here. So take an open bracket, type here toolbar and set the layout with match parent. Height of the toolbar is according to our action bar size, attr, and action bar size. Now you can give any ID, so I give the ID name here toolbar, and then after this you have to set the background. So I simply going to use this color app bar bg, and then we have to set the pop-up theme. So I already defined this theme, so theme navigation drawer pop overlay, this one. Now close this. Now below this app bar layout what we need here, fragment container, which I created this. So for this you have to take an open bracket, type here include, and now we have to type here layout. We want to include a layout, and then we have to type here content main, fragment main, this one. I want to use here that layout, and then ID you can give any ID name. So I simply give the ID name here content_main. Then close this. That's it. Now all work is left of inside our navigation host and in our navigation drawer. So first open your activity main XML file, click on split, and now delete this and simply type here drawer layout, because we are going to use here drawer layout. And now what we have to type here, open drawer, and simply pass here start, and simply type here fit system window pass true. and now you can give any id name. So I simply give the id name here drawer underscore layout. Now delete this text view, and here we need to include our app bar main first of all. So take an open bracket, type here include, and then we have to type here first of all give any id. So I simply give the id here app bar main. Then we have to attach the layout. So layout app bar main, you can see it is fine, come here successfully, width match parent, height match parent. So this is done. Now below this what we need our navigation draw. So press enter, take an open bracket, type here navigation draw com.google.material navigation draw, set the layout with wrap content, height is match parent, and give any id. So I give the id here nav view, you can give any id name. And after this what we have to give, we have to give the gravity and layout gravity. So Android layout gravity, and you have to give the gravity start. Then fit system window pass true, and then after this you have to type here first of all header layout, give any header layout. So for this I simply give the nav header main, nav header. I think our file name is layout of nav header, so delete this and nav header, this one. So it is come here successfully, but no menu is showing here because we don't create any menu till now, and we don't create any navigation component till now. That's why it is not showing anything here. So some things is left, only the 2 or 3 minute video is left, and then we will end this video. So first of all let's create a menu. So it is better to right click on resource, then new, then Android resource directory, give the directory name menu, and the type of this is also menu, and click on OK. So inside this we can create a menu XML. So new, then menu resource file, give the file name here menu, you can give any file name, it is your choice. Now click on split, and inside this we can take as any item, it is your choice. Now take an open bracket, type here group, and you have to give the checkable behavior and single, only one time can click on anyone. Now close this. Now inside this we need an item, and first item is id, you can give any id name, it is your choice. So I simply give the id name here nav home. Then you have to give any title, so I simply give here a title home. Then we have an icon, so I simply use the baseline home, this icon. Now close this. Now we need one more item, so take an open bracket, type here item, and then we have to give any id. So I simply give the id here nav gallery, you can give any id name, it is your choice. Then we have to give any icon, so I think image, this is present icon, and then we have to set the title, so you can give any title. So I simply type here gallery, then close this. So this menu is created successfully. Now come inside your activity main XML file and simply type here menu, and here you have to mention your menu. So it is come here successfully. Now as I am saying from starting of the video, how to change this. So you have to type here something like, if you want to change the text color of item text color, so you can type here white, black, it is your choice. If you want to change the icon color, you have to type here icon tint, this one. So I am also setting it white. And if you want to change it background, so I simply type here background, and I am going to use this color code. I forget to paste this color, so 716 and F81, this one. Now it is looking fine, but the main problem is it is not showing anything here because we don't create nav host till now. That's why it is not showing anything here. So right click on your resource, then you have to click on new, then you have to click on Android resource directory and give the directory name navigation. This is the most important part of this video, and select here from here navigation. Now click on OK. Now you have to click on right click here, then new, then you have to click on navigation resource file, and then you can give any resource file name, it is your choice. So I am giving the file name here navigation host, you can give any file name, and click on OK. Now how to add fragments here. So when you click on this file, you can see this is the code and this is the design. So first of all, by default what I need here, home fragment. So you have to click here, and then you have to click on, you can see all fragments are appearing here. So first of all I want to use home fragment, so click on this, that's it. You can see it is fine. Now click again here, I need also gallery fragment on navigation host, so you can see it is placed here successfully, that's it. Now you can see the by default that start destination of your app is home fragment, so you can change it according to your own choice. Now what you want to use on our app bar layout, so instead of home fragment I want to show here home, and instead of gallery fragment title I want to type here gallery title only. This is the just work as a title. Now the second and the most important thing, otherwise your application is going to crash. So come inside your menu.xml. So I give the id name here nav underscore home, nav underscore gallery. So here you have to give the same id names here, otherwise it will not going to work. So you have to type here same id names here, nav underscore home and nav underscore gallery. So make sure this thing nav underscore gallery, and also change the id name here of start destination nav underscore home. So this is done. Now come inside your activity main xml file. So you can see the fragment is start appearing here, and if I come inside your fragment main, you have to mention something here. So inside this your fragment main, you have to pass here default nav host. So you have to type here app, and then you have to type here default nav host, and inside this you have to pass here true, and then after this you have to pass here app nav graph, and then inside this you have to pass here navigation host, your file name. So navigation host, this one. So you can see it is start appearing here, and if I come here activity main xml file, now everything is working fine, and you can see on background you can see the home fragment is start appearing. So now only the main activity kt code is left. So let's start writing that code, and then we will check our app whether the app is working or not. So first of all, I am going to use view binding here to access the views. So simply type here private latent it var, simply type here app bar configuration, and the type of this app bar configuration. So click on this and alt import this. Now we also need to use here private latent it var, and simply type here binding and activity main binding. We are going to use this, and now delete this, and instead of this you can type here binding dot activity main binding dot inflate, and inside this you have to pass a layout inflator, and then binding dot set content view. Instead of binding dot set content view, you have to type here set content view and binding dot root. So now I can access directly. Now inside this you have to type here set support action bar, and here you have to use here binding dot app bar main dot our toolbar. So I want to place toolbar here. Then what I have here, drawer layout. So drawer layout, and the type of this is drawer layout, and I want to bind this binding dot drawer layout. I give this id name inside your activity main, and then we have a nav view. So val nav view, and the type of this navigation view. So equal binding dot nav view. Now we have a val nav controller. Type of this, first of all you have to type here find nav controller r.id.nav host fragment container, this one. That's it. Now if you want to use access our IDs of our header, then what I have to do, val header. So you can give any name, I simply give here val header, and then you have to type here nav view dot get header view, and inside this you have to pass here 0. Then after this, what I want to access, I want to access card view. So I can simply type here card view. You can give any id name. So I simply give the id name card view, and the type of this is card view, then equal I want to access the header id. So header dot find view id, and when you type this r.id dot, and what is the id name I give inside this card view. So you can see I am able to access this. So if I open the nav header, I give the id name here card underscore view. So you can see I am able to access this here. So now you can set anything here, card view dot set on click listener, and then this is kotlin. So inside this you can toast any message here, toast dot make text get application context, and click, you can give any message, and toast dot length short dot show. Now below this the main work is still left of to showing the navigation drawer on our applications. So for this you have to type here app bar configuration. Let us suppose user click on home gallery, how we are able to identify this. So for this we have to use here app bar configuration, and this is the newest method. So inside this you have to type here set off, and then inside this set off what you have to pass here id name. So r.id date nav home, and you have to pass this in sequence. And let's suppose my navigation drawer contain home gallery, so you have to pass everything in sequence, r.id.gallery nav gallery, and then after comma you have to take a comma here and simply pass a drawer layout. That's it. Now the only thing is left, you have to type here setup action bar with nav controller, and inside this you have to pass here nav controller, then equal, then you have to pass here app bar configuration, and then we have to type here nav view dot setup nav with nav controller, and inside this you have to pass again nav controller. Now we have to override a resource here, or we can say override a method here. So press enter, and you have to type here on support. When you start typing this on support navigate up, something like this. So you can see this method is overridden here successfully. Now what we have to do, you have to type here val nav controller and equal, then you have to type here find nav controller r.id dot nav host fragment container. So why I have to type this again, because I declared this locally, that's why it is not able to find this here. So that's why I need to type this again, and inside this you have to type here simply return nav controller dot navigate up, and inside this you have to pass here app bar configuration, and then or super dot on support navigate up. That's it, and also add a bracket here. So now click on import. It is not importing here, that's why it is showing error. So now it is fine. Now our application is complete. So let's check our app whether the app is working fine or not, and if it is working fine, then we will end this video, and if there is some error present, then we will try to figure out that error. So I successfully connect my phone, and I press on the button and get a start building. So now the app built successful, and it will going to install application inside our phone. So now application installed successfully, and it is crashing. So let's see what is the problem. And in logcat, let's run this application again. So it is showing error here, fragment underscore main inside this. So let me check what is the error. So fragment underscore main, this is the error, and here it is showing error. So I forget to type here one thing here. So press enter first here, and where I will want to show this, so you have to type here tools colon, and then you have to type here show in equal, and where you want to show, first of all import this, and you have to type here app bar main, because I want to show here inside our app bar main, that's why it is showing error now. And one more thing I forget to give here, so you have to type here android dot name equal, and inside this you have to type here android x dot navigation dot fragment dot nav host fragment. Now let's run this application again and see whether it is working or not. So I press on the button, so you can see application installed successfully, and by default on my I am on home fragment. If I click on gallery, now I am on gallery fragment, and if I try to click on image view, so you can see that I am getting the toast of image view is clicked. So you can see our application is working fine, and you can see it is working fine every time. So you can create a navigation header according to your own choice. So I hope guys you like this video. If you have any question, you can comment down below. This video is little bit so lengthy, but I try to explain the entire concept of navigation or how it is working, so you can implement this kind of concept in any of the project, and it is the newest one, so it does not contain any deprecated method or anything else. So I hope guys you like this video. If you have any question, comment down below. Thank you, see you soon in next amazing video.